Peace and blessings, you guys. This is Ashante Tay Queen Fernandez from Gemineye Holistics, and this is your summer solstice reading for 2019. So this is a live reading for those who are viewing on Facebook, but it's going to be recorded and posted on our YouTube page. So if you're on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that you're aware of when we upload new content and new readings. I'm actually going to be doing some more readings this month. I'm going to try and bring back the soulmate readings. A lot of you guys seem to like the soulmate readings, so I'm going to bring those back for you guys. There's a couple things going on I wanted to give you guys an update on. So if you guys are interested in doing the ancestral calling intuitive course, make sure that you go ahead and register for that today, because registration does end today. So make sure that you guys go ahead and register. If you want more information about that, feel free to inbox me or DM me about all of that great stuff. Alright, so I will be doing a couple things today. So the first 3 people who share this video, as well as comment free reading down below, will get a free live reading after we do the general reading for this video today. So let me see. Yep. Make sure you share the video as well as comment free reading, because if you don't share, then you don't qualify. So we're doing that as well. And if you don't get to get a free personal reading, make sure you go on over to book a reading with me at GemineyeHolistics.as.me. If you guys go on over there, you can use the code Solstice888 to save 50% off of any reading or service. So that's Solstice888 to save on any reading or service. So I'm going to make sure that you guys have that information right there. All right, great. So, oops, hold on. Did something. Hold on, you guys. You know this is live. All right, here we go. Sorry about that. All right, so I'm gonna set you guys over here real quick. Let me set you off, and we'll get things rolling with the free reading. Knew that was gonna happen, because that's not really the strong one. Let's see. All right. Yeah, Hanuman got your back. Hold on, let me go get my Ganesh. He's the one that fell. We don't want Ganesh to fall, because this reading, we're going to need Ganesh. We're going to need Ganesh for this reading. Alright. So, as always, we're going to open up with our opening prayer or affirmational energy. Call upon Archangel Michael, Uriel, Raphael, and Gabriel to be in the 4 corners to cleanse and clear this space. I ask that you open up a divine line of clear and truthful communication only. All negative energies and entities be banished to the 4 corners now. You're not welcome here. Ashe. Okay? So let's see this summer solstice reading that we have here for 2019. Alright. So I already pulled some cards, and I'm going to pull a couple more crystal cards after I finish pulling reading these cards for you guys. So these cards are from the Dreams of Gaia deck, and as you guys know, if you've been around for a while, you know that this is one of my favorite decks, because it has like a lot of really amazing symbolism and energy inside of it, and I think it really has a lot to say. It adds to like the depth of the tarot. Okay, so the first card that we have coming up here for the summer solstice in the near past position is the 3 of Water. Okay, and this is the 3 of Water. It's inverted. This is what the 3 of Water looks like upright. And here's what it looks like inverted. This is how it popped up for the deck, and I do read inverted cards. So in the near past position, we're looking at the Three of Water card. And the Three of Water card, especially inverted, is really talking about altering your perception. Okay? So making sure that you don't self-sabotage your potential outcomes of your future because you have a certain picture in your mind of how things should be. So this is like the tendency of a lot of people, even some of the clients I work with, even myself. Everybody has this problem. You have this idea of what you want a process to look like, what you want a situation to look like, what you want a relationship to look like, what you want your life to look like. And the reality is that none of us really has full, complete control. Although we can influence and help to shift and change our lives positively, none of us has full control over the situations and outcomes that go on in life. So you do not have that ability to just make sure that everything in your life is going to happen the way that you want it to. Now that's not to say that you don't have personal influence and personal power and that you can't change your life. That's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm ultimately saying is do not hold yourself back from achieving something because it doesn't look the way you thought it would look. So oftentimes, like, people will have this idea of what their healing process will look like, or what their relationship will look like, or what those different situations will look like. That situation may not come in the particular way you imagined it to be, but that does not mean that it's not a positive thing. That doesn't mean that it's not something that you can't shift into positivity or something that you can't change into positivity. Even sometimes when you're going through major transitions in your life, you wonder how the heck you got there because that's not something that you had in your plans. So, if you get fired from a job that you really, really, were excited about having a career or making a career out of, and let's say you get fired or something like that happens, then that's a shift that you weren't expecting. That's not something that you put in the plans. That's not something you wanted to happen necessarily, but it could lead to new career opportunities. It could lead to new situations, or you exploring different areas of yourself, or you having to really develop strengths in certain areas where maybe you were, accustomed to having certain things met, certain needs met, or a certain level of comfort, and now you're flexing different muscles to have to problem solve and go through different areas and really test your faith or test your ability to handle or cope with different situations, which is an important key skill in any situation. It doesn't matter if you're successful, it doesn't matter if you're not. We all need to learn how to problem solve effectively and deal with stressful situations effectively. And sometimes these situations that come up, whether it be a breakup or whether it be losing a job or losing a house, or things just really not turning out positively or the way that we thought they should be, affecting us. So in the near past position, it looks like a lot of people have experienced something like that. So something that they were expecting to go a certain way, it didn't go that way. And this could be probably the energy in the universe. It really might not have had that much to do with you per se. Maybe it did have something to do with you or the way that you planned. But regardless of all of that, whatever it was that you had in your head and what happened, two different things. And because of that, there is a calling or energy to say, look, don't mind that part. Just keep moving forward the best you can, regardless of if that situation turned out the way that you wanted it to. There's still room and still energy for you to grow, okay? So that's the first card there. So the second card that we're looking at here is the Counselor card, and it's inverted. This is one of my favorite cards in this deck. I love the Counselor cards in any deck. What is that random sound? Sorry about that, you guys. Hopefully you're not picking up too much of it. But anyway, back to what I was saying. This is why I normally play music. Okay, it's good. There we go. All right, this is live, you guys. So make sure that you know it's live. All right. So back to what I was saying here. So the second card to come up, the counselor card, is again, like I was saying earlier, it's one of my favorite cards because this card is what I basically do, right? Or what a lot of you are really called to do, and it's a calling on your life card. But it's coming up inverted again. So again, one of the big things that I see is there's a lot of challenge and energy, and I knew that this was going to happen this week because whenever we have the solstice, first off, you're dealing with the transition between two seasons, two zodiac signs. And oftentimes it'll line up with like a major astrological event. We just had the full moon last week. So you have the full moon energy. There's different things going on in the cosmos that's aligning, okay? So when you have especially a full moon energy, because full moon is very, very powerful. It's transformative. Lining up with the solstice energy, you're gonna get challenges, okay? So that's why I see a lot of inverted cards. But back to the counselor card, like I was saying earlier. So this card is really calling you from this situation, right? Remember the situation that didn't go the way that you wanted it? It's calling you to be more empathic and objective about the situation. So what it's saying to you is right now you're not in the space, you probably are emotional about it. You're probably in a space where, why me, subjective. Subjective means to put yourself in the position of you being the subject of whatever the situation is. Objective means to have the ability to place yourself outside of yourself temporarily so that you can analyze and understand what the situation is. Therefore, you're able to come up with solutions and fix the situation or move through the problem in a way that will allow you to not be emotionally disrupted by it. So what this card, the counselor card inverted, is coming up to tell you is that you need to activate that power inside of you, because whatever this situation was that didn't go the way that you expected, if you allow that situation to throw you off your square and pull you into a place where you're now emotional or you're now dealing with an emotional energy, you're not going to be able to navigate these waters. And again, remember, I said this is, I entitled this, You're Being Challenged. So you are being challenged in a lot of different areas. According to this reading, and I mean just energy I've been feeling, period, but also this reading, there's just a lot of challenging energy that's going on right now. And it may be something as simple as you getting distracted from different things that you really wanted to achieve, and you're just not in the space where you're able to achieve that. Could be major life shift things, could be all kinds of different things. But whatever that is, try to remain as objective and as possible, because yet empathic, yet caring to the situation. So it's a balance. It's total balance. It kind of sounds like it's an oxymoron, but it's not, because when you become objective, you can then see more than just your own perspective. So sometimes when we're going through something, it's the only person that we can identify with is our own experience, because that's the point of view that we're seeing things through. That's the lens that we're looking through. And if we can shift ourselves into the space of objectivity, a lot of times we'll be able to better empathize with other people involved in the situation, or even empathize with ourselves in the situation, because we're removing those barriers of self-judgment, self-doubt, guilt, all those different things. So it depends on how this applies to your life. But ultimately what happened is there's an energy that came up. Things didn't go the way that you wanted it to, and now you're being called to use your latent skills of objectivity and empathy to be able to navigate those waters. So let's see what the outcome card says. Okay, so the outcome card is right here. Peace and blessings to everybody who's on live. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I'm sorry if I'm not answering you back. I don't have my glasses on today, so I can't see everybody's comments, but I am gonna I'm gonna read the comments when it comes down to doing the personal reading. So I'll be back in the comments and answering questions after that. So outcome card, like I was saying, so here we have the 5 of Fire in this deck. And the 5 of Fire, look at that. It's a very powerful card. So what we're talking about is adversarial energies. So there's going to be, the outcome to this is not necessarily going to be a solution. Sorry to say that, but you know, life doesn't always wrap things up in cute, neat little bows for us, unfortunately. The situation here is calling you to go above and be the bigger person. Okay? There's going to be situations that's going to call you into question, call your integrity into question. Possibly, there could be people who might try and ruin your reputation. There might be people who are in your life who are challenging you at this point. There could be adversarial energies that are going on in your personal life. There also could be situations dealing with social media, online presence, different things like that. People not necessarily agreeing with you or what you're saying. Watch out for controversy this week. There's going to be a lot of controversy. There's always a lot of controversy because it's the internet. And that's life. But this week you may notice that there's a lot more people in hot water for different situations, and that's because this energy is here and is a fiery energy. And a lot of the energy of the summer solstice deals with that fiery energy being elevated, because what we're dealing with is the longest day of the year. So technically we're having the longest period of solar energy in ratio to lunar energy of the year. So this energy right now is very aggressive. That's why you see so many people asserting their aggressive energy. What you're really being called to do is make sure that you remain in your higher self throughout these situations. So regardless of the drama that happens, you may be even pulled into drama, because I feel and I sense like a lot of people, especially that's going to be in this reading, this is not going to apply to you directly. You're going to probably be viewing a lot of this. Or there may be somebody who's in your life who's pulling you into these situations, or pulling you into the point where you have to interact with this. But I'm sorry, I'm just looking at the card because a lot of times when I look at the card, it helps me to, tap into different messages. But what's being here, I really feel like stand your ground. Defend yourself, but don't allow anyone else to come at you with the energy of making you lower your standards, or making you lower the way that you would normally function in your life. And it's going to be challenging because you already have emotional situations going on in your own personal life. So this could cause the energy to just that perfect storm type of energy. And again, this is the outcome card or the future card. So this is not necessarily something that's happened yet. So this is a good warning or forewarning to a lot of people. If you're not already experiencing this can come up. So what I see is really like a person who is more emotional, or an energy that's more emotional driven. They're not really using their logic, kind of confronting another energy. And this other energy may be in a disadvantage or more off guard situation, but yet they can stand their ground and they're ready to defend themselves regardless of the situation. So, again, like I said, that's the outcome energy. The bottom of the deck is the Queen of Air. And the Queen of Air always reminds us to be decisive. Okay? She is the energy that's she's no nonsense. She plays no games. She's here to utilize wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to be able to move forward and do what she needs to do. Okay, so this energy is saying throughout these really emotional, because we have all fire and water, that's extremely volatile energies. Fire and water are very emotional. They're not as centered. Out of the elements, okay, you can argue this, but air kind of has the energy of logic, or it's the energy of thought. And then earth is more the energy of grounding and materializing certain situations. So we didn't see any earth or air throughout this reading. We just saw straight water and fire. You know what I mean? So that's like an imbalance. That's like some, you in your feelings, and then on top of that, Now you're mad. Now you're frustrated. Now something combustible is happening. Combustible is being brought to the top, brought to the forefront of your consciousness. So again, like I said, you're going to be dealing with a lot of people who's not using their full awareness this week. That's why the Queen of Air is coming in, like, stay above it, maintaining that objective perspective. Okay? Don't put yourself into the line of fire. Just do what you need to do. Defend yourself the way you should need to defend yourself. By no means victimize yourself, okay? Or allow yourself to be victimized. Stand up for yourself, but do it in a way that doesn't compromise your position or doesn't compromise your own personal integrity. Okay? So that's the energy that's coming up this week in the cards. I'm going to get some additional messaging from the crystal deck for everyone, and then I'm going to do the personal readings that you guys requested. So, Crystal Oracle, please give me some additional messages for summer solstice. Okay. Basically seeing a lot of similar things. So, we have the Lover's card inverted. Okay, so a lot of people are going to be dealing with soulmate issues. Okay, because we're dealing with the soul connection crystal. If you look, soul connection crystal. And that's the Lovers in this deck. And it's inverted. So this may be karmic stuff coming up. If you're not dealing with a karmic partner, like romantically or in your love life, this could also just be a karmic partner, a karmic soulmate, or a karmic energy. That could be a friend, an ex, an enemy, anything like that. Somebody who you had past life experiences with, okay? If this is something that's resonating for you, this is somebody that's resonating for you, I recommend doing a past life reading on this situation to help resolve it, okay? If it's a soulmate situation, do a soulmate reading. But anyway, like I'm saying. So, back to this card. The next card that comes up is Crystal Tile Animals, and it's inverted too. So there are certain synchronicities. There's this stuff that's lining up right now that you can't help, that you can't control, because this is kind of destiny stuff that needs to be resolved. This is karmic stuff that needs to be resolved. And it's being brought to the forefront, whether it's in the context of dealing with a specific person or dealing with a specific energy or somebody who has come into your life to be in a relationship with you, could be an adversary, anything like that. Whatever this situation is that you're dealing with, it's not something that's personal. It's not like you both are intentionally trying to have some type of fallout or some type of negative issue happen, but it's a part of the process. And the reason why this process is being brought up, which we see in the shadow card, is because there's stuff that you have not dealt with. This could be from past lifetimes, this could be from this lifetime, this could be applicative to all those situations. There's a part of you that you haven't really addressed. And that part of you that you haven't addressed needs to be brought up to the forefront so that you can heal that, transform it, and shift it into change. What you're not aware of in your own behavioral energy, you cannot address. Okay? Let me say that again. So what you're not aware of in your own behavioral energy, you cannot address. So if something lays dormant for a long period of time, or has lain dormant for many years, it's something that you haven't been able to process or haven't been able to heal from, okay? Or maybe even an angle or an aspect of that situation. If it's not brought to the forefront so that you can address it, then you will just live with that hurt or live with that anger or live with that pain. And so these situations that are coming up to challenge you are really ultimately coming up to challenge you to bring up those things so that you can then heal from them and move forward. So the bottom of your deck is the grounding card, and it's also inverted. So it's going to be a challenge, hematite, and it's funny because my hematite's right here. Interesting. Synchronicity. Anyway, so there is a call again for you to ground yourself, but it's inverted. So it looks like a lot of people are going to find challenges with grounding themselves. And what did I tell you? This reading that I got from the Dreams of Gaia Tarot locked any earth energy. There was no earth that popped up. So it was very imbalanced. And what this other deck tell you? That's because the energy is not grounded right now. Solstice energy, full moon energy, all kind of wrapping itself into one. Going into a water sign, coming out of an air sign. You see the energies, right? Okay. Oops. Whew. Oops, I accidentally blew out my divination candle. Let me light that back up. Alright. Okay, Gemini, relax. Calm down. Alright. So, let's see who is getting that free reading. Alright. Hello to everybody. Alright. So, Chantel, Armani, and Lachey. Make sure you share this video too. Okay? Because I'm going to go back and check. And I'm going to take your reading back. Alright. So, Chantel is first. Yeah. Chantel is first. Okay. So, if you did not get picked for the free live reading, it's okay. Okay? Make sure you go to GeminiHolistics.as.me. Okay? That's the direct scheduling page. Go there, use the code Solstice888. If you use the code Solstice888, you'll be able to get 50% off any personal readings. Personal readings go more in depth anyway. So everybody can still get their energy aligned, even if you didn't get chosen for the free reading. Okay? And some of the people who get the free reading may need to go get a personal reading. I don't know. We'll see what comes up. Alright, so Chantel. Please give me a quick 3-card pull for Chantel. Okay, Chantel, the first card that comes up for you is Fluorite, which is learning. Why do I feel like my lighting is so weird? Hold on, I'm sorry. It was on the highest setting? That was weird. Okay, anyway, sorry. In the midst of trying to fix stuff, I broke stuff. Anyway, so back to what I was saying. So this is Fluorite. The Fluorite card, learning card comes up. Okay, Fluorite, which is learning. And then your past position. So there's a situation, whatever it may be, that's stretching you to learn more about who you are and what you bring to the table and what you bring to the world. Okay, so inside of the context of this general reading, the reason why situations may be arising for you personally, it's really a lesson of growth. Okay, the next card that we have coming up here is Ruby, which is shine. I'll wait. Sorry, it's real life. It's live. All right, there we go. So Ruby, which is shine, comes up in the center position, and it's talking about the present energy. Now, Ruby shine really deals with confidence, being able to see or illuminate the awareness of your self-worth and your self-value. It's about being able to illuminate that energy and allow that energy to move forward, to penetrate, and to, spread that with the world. So when you see this coming up inverted, it's dealing with a challenge. So you're learning to deal with the challenging energy of learning to love yourself, to value yourself, to understand what it is that you bring to the situation or to the table or to life in general. It's really about building back that confidence in yourself, building back that self-love, building back that self-awareness, okay? The last card that we have come up here is Shatukite, which is teacher. After you go through this healing journey, you're going to be able to help a lot of other people with your energy and the information that you collected by going deep and healing that specific issue. So remember, we talked about shadow issues coming up to the surface. Your shadow issues, or the issues that you may not see or that be fully aware of, are steeped in or stem from your self-esteem. Okay, so as your self-esteem grows and as you address and heal those particular specific issues, what's going to happen is you're going to be able to inspire others to do the same. So even though the journey may seem a little bit rough, you'll be able to get there. Healthy bodies at the bottom of your deck. So this could also deal with you healing yourself, learning to, you may be dealing with natural health, changing the way you eat, exercising more, different things like that. These are going to be integral parts of you learning to love who you are. Okay? All right. Imani is next. Let's see what the cards say for you, darling. Okay, so Imani, please give me a free mini reading for Imani. Ooh, okay, Imani. Okay. We'll pay attention to that card. That flew out the deck for you. Alright. Okay, so healthy body comes up, balance comes up, and then relaxation. I just wanted to show you the cards. I don't know why. Anyway, so healthy body is the first card that comes up, and this came up in the last reading. Actually, two of the same cards came up. So it's the energy, like I said, solstice energy always deals with convergence energy. You're going to be dealing with archetypal energy. A lot of people going through the same thing or similar situations at the same time. Okay, so that's why there must be so many sirens, because so many people must be going through a lot of stuff. And we'll just wait, because literally there were no sirens before I started this, and now there's sirens now. Anyway, back to what I was saying. So healthy body is the first card that comes up in the near past. And again, this is the energy of really healing yourself, paying attention to your body. There could be personal situations or personal things that you need to address, or that you're making strides forward in the areas of diet, in the areas of exercise, or in the areas of your health. It's really stressing that you take care of your physical body, and it's upright, so it means that you are, okay? So really look at your physical health. The next card that comes up is the present card, and this card is balance, which is Bodhi stones. It's inverted, so there is still a deeper imbalance, and Spirit's saying you may be looking a lot at the physical parts of why you may not feel at your optimum health or at your optimum wellness. Let me rephrase that. Okay? And that is not because you don't have all of the access to the resources or the different things, or you're not doing something necessarily per se in the physical. There is a deeper imbalance that's going on. And this imbalance could be from the emotional level or from the mental level, but there's a deeper reason. There's something behind the physical issues that may be popping up for you, or the physical issues that may be hindering you from being able to do what you need to do to move forward. And you need to search those reasons and become aware of those reasons and bring yourself back into balance. Also, Spirit is also saying balance is the key to healing your body, okay? So you're going to talk about mental balance, emotional balance, physical balance, and also balance between your life, your work, and your play. Okay, because we also have the relaxation card coming up here. So you may be somebody who's just like a really hard worker and you work yourself too hard. Or you overexert your energy and there's like a resistance towards slowing down and allowing yourself to do what you need to do to take care of yourself. Don't have that resistance, because by investing in you and investing in your health, investing in your wellness, you're going to be able to reap the benefits well into the future. you're going to be able to live a more healthy and aligned life. So don't worry about, if you have to slow down a little bit, or if this situation calls for you to go a little bit deeper into your own awareness about certain things or certain situations, because these things are in alignment with you healing yourself. And ultimately, at the end of the day, health is wealth, okay? So Ruby Shine is at the bottom of your deck. Again, search inside of the idea of how you view yourself, your self-esteem, things of that things of that nature could be rooted. And that doesn't mean that you don't have self-esteem or that you're just a person who doesn't care about yourself. We all deal with self-esteem challenges and self-esteem issues because no one is perfect. We all are often criticized, and we hold ourselves to really high standards in life. And we're held to certain societal standards in certain realities based on where we live and, this time period that we live in. And everybody's expected to have certain things and be a certain way. So it's not something that's to say that, having self-esteem issues is like, oh, this major thing. Almost everybody has self-esteem issues. Okay? Some degree. All right, so let's see the last person. Sorry. Okay, Leshay. You're very welcome, dear. Okay, Leshay. Let's see what the cards have to say for you. And if you don't hear me saying the words out loud, it doesn't mean I'm not saying them in my mind. Sorry. Sometimes I do that. Okay, girl. Sue. We have trust, we have abundance, and we have success. And they're all inverted. Okay, so we're looking at, there's an issue with you being able to trust your own abilities or to trust that situations will work out for their best good for you. Okay? You may be dealing with negative thought processes, and these negative thought processes can then self-sabotage your ability to be able to succeed in certain situations and areas in life. You're not really tapped into your gifts in a way that's going to profoundly help shift you. You have a calling on your life. I'm just going to say that. And I know a lot of people are like, oh my God, everybody says that. Whatever. You might have different people say it different ways. You have a calling on your life. You have a life path, a very clearly defined life path. And the reason why I'm saying that is because there's two cards that popped out the deck. I'm going to show you these cards now. I don't normally read these cards to the end. These two cards popped out at the end of the reading. Gemineye Healer and the Petrified Wood, which is the Ancestral card. And those two cards popped out at the end together, okay? So your ancestors are heavily involved, or there's an ancestral calling that's heavily involved in you or invested in you becoming a healer or you activating your healing energies. And it's like, until you do that work or until you really come to that awareness in yourself, you're not going to be able to experience the levels of success that you want in your life. Financially, this could be career, this could be emotional, this could be many different levels, because abundance isn't just money. Although, because I do also see the success card, it could possibly be affecting your financial energy or your financial area as well. But it's because you're not fully living in alignment. So whatever it is that's pushing you, I don't know if you've been called or you've been pushing towards or inching towards or thinking about any area that deals with healing. That's going to be something that's going to really take off for you and really help you to live your best life, honestly. Like, be in your highest self, be in your highest calling, be of service in the best way possible. Okay? So it's time. It's time to step into that awareness of yourself. Okay, darling? So if you were scared before to do so, don't be scared. It's going to work out, and it's going to help you build character inside of yourself that's going to really be invaluable. Okay? All right. So So that's it. Make sure that you guys go on over to GemineyeHolistics.com. Check out all the different services, courses, packages, coaching packages, and even products that we sell over there. So make sure you go ahead and visit GemineyeHolistics.com, GEMINEYE holistics.com. If you press on the services tab, you'll also see the different readings that we have. And again, you can use Solstice 888 to make sure that you get 50% off of your personal reading. So whatever type of reading that you feel that you need, if you need any help with that, you can always contact me through the website, through the contact button, and you can ask me, like, I don't know what kind of service I need, because we do offer a lot. So I often get that with some people who are like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. So just let me know. You can reach out to me via inbox if you have problems with that too. Alright, so make sure that you like and share this video if you haven't already. Make sure if you're watching this on YouTube that you subscribe, because I'm going to be doing some exclusive stuff for YouTube very soon. So even if you're on Facebook and you have a YouTube account, go on over and find us on YouTube, Gemineye Holistic, GEMINEYE Holistics, Holistics YouTube channel. If you go on over there, we are going to be uploading some new content very soon. So make sure that you go on over there and check that out. Alright, you guys, without any further ado, I'm going to end this session. It's been a pleasure reading these things with you. And if you think this is helpful to anyone, feel free to share this video with them. Peace and blessings. Love you all. Goodbye.